Good evening. Today I want to talk about something that is affecting people all around me. And I was very surprised because we now run a small company and we have about 25 to 30 people working with us. So, what happens is whenever we appoint somebody new, especially in the media department, we will need to buy a computer. I have not appointed anybody in the media department for some time. So, we recently hired an editor. And when my man Emmanuel asked me to buy a machine, I ordered a machine with my usual place. As most of people who know me well know that I have a long background in electronics and IT marketing. I've been doing this from 1991, so I have a fair grip of what is happening in this market. Much to my surprise, for the first time in nearly 25 years, I have seen prices go off the rocket. And this I realized mainly when I started to buy this computer for my media person. My existing IT distribution, which is a very small business today, is handled by my wife, so I don't actually look into it much. But what happened here recently shocked me. We asked for a NVIDIA graphics card. The NVIDIA graphics card normally cost about 20 to 25,000 rupees. And suddenly, to my surprise, the supplier asked, said, "Sir, this is now 45,000. You have to buy that NVIDIA graphic cards for 45,000." And the other prices have also gone up. So a machine which I was buying for 45,000 now became 70,000. I got furious and then decided to pick up the phone and speak to my various contacts in Ritchie Street, people who buy directly from distributors and large distributors themselves. And then when I probed, I found out something extremely shocking, which is what I'm going to share with you today. When I found out that there is a huge shortage in electronic and IT components, this kind of shortage has never been there since 1993 when I started distributing electronics. It was always a case of falling prices and people trying to get rid of stocks in their hand. And there was always availability of plenty of stocks, even when excise duties and customs were high. I am told now that the government has been increasing customs duty and the countervailing duty, therefore, has gone up. People are stocking less and less. And recent outbreak of coronavirus in the second wave, especially in Vietnam and Taiwan, has really affected the size of chips. I thought this is affecting only the car industry, but to my surprise, I found that my old business of IT distribution has been badly affected. Let me give you some figures which I found very shocking and which you will find very shocking. One, a scanner which I bought for 3,500 rupees 8 months or 9 months back is now costing 6,000 rupees. So when I dialed with the distributor who buys from the manufacturer directly, he confirmed that the costs have gone up. A printer which I could buy for 6,500 to 7,000 rupees has now gone to 14,000 rupees, and there's shortage and in the black market is selling at 15,000 rupees. Absolutely ridiculous. Then this computer which I talked about, which has gone through the roof in the sense that a computer which was available for 45 to 50,000 is now available for 90,000 rupees. This is going to hurt the common man. For a long time, when I've been in the industry and I've sold several thousand computers, I found that people in colleges could just buy a computer, assemble them, and learn their skills on it. Though I've been preaching this and that this should be more widespread, I have seen a focused set of kids use the computer, learn well, and become very big successes in life. Kids whom I sold a computer are today at very high positions in various companies, and some have their own startups, and hopefully some of them will be very successful. The bedrock of all this was falling prices of computers, RAM, motherboard, and the processor. It was extremely easy to buy a machine, assemble it, load some pirated software, and start working in it. Though I do not advocate the use of pirated software, but a college kid with on a shoestring budget who's trying to learn something is bound to use these kind of software. But for the last 7 years of my life, I have moved to the Apple ecosystem. The Apple ecosystem has not seen such large increases in price. There have been some increases in price, but not such large increases in price. In the other side of the world, which depends on Microsoft and Android and Intel to survive, I didn't expect such violent swings in pricing. This means that most kids today cannot afford to buy a computer with a graphic card. If you do not have a computer with graphic card, it means that you cannot learn the latest software in animation, 3D, After Effects, even using Adobe or anything. These are basic tools that most kids learn today to create memes, to create games, to work in VFX software, to work on movies and other things. The entire media industry is today dependent on this. If this kind of thing continues, then there is going to be a lot of pain. Even for a man like me, really 90,000 rupees does not really matter. I found it a big shock that I had to pay 50 to 60% more than what I paid 7 8 months back. This is ridiculous, and this will mean that most of electronic items are going to become more costly. People tell me entry level phones are going to be costlier, and that is why I read somewhere that Jio has to subsidize more than what it budgeted in its initial basic phone that it is hoping to launch with Google. The main success of India in the last 25 years has been in the IT sector. If the government does not intervene and restore supply in some manner or the other, we are going to really struggle. Recently, a friend of mine bought a Maruti car. I went to take delivery with him, and what I saw in the showroom shocked me. The showroom was desolate, empty, and was not well maintained at all. When I asked my friend, he said first cars have to sell, only then people will be more active. Even in such a situation where there is no demand, what I found is that except for a particular couple of models in colors which people normally don't buy, most cars are on shortage. These car prices have been increased because of shortages of chips and also rising prices of steel, aluminium, and copper. So, all it meant is that people have to wait for 30 to 60 days to get their hands on a car, and they have to pay more, and sales are declining. This is a recipe for disaster. For my wife remarked as we came out of the showroom, India is going back to the dark ages. If this continues, India will might as well go back to the pre 1991 era. This is something I don't want to see because as a young Indian, I have stood in queues for milk, coffee, and bread, etc. But today, Indians don't have access to new laptops and there's long waiting periods. My friends who are big distributors are now advertising refurbished laptops as a new way of doing business. This is tragic. Thank you for watching. Be rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written two books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.